you may have heard people say there's no standard day in the SEAL teams.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. You don't have, hey, this is just a normal day. But what I think this highlights is there's just no kind of standard career. There's so many different directions things can go that you're just going to have a different experience. And what's cool is you can have some control over that experience. You have the capability of adjusting. I mean, you look at Giff and I, came in at the same time. We're in the same Buds class. We kind of like the same we're on the same path, and yet he's speaking Vietnamese. We both became radio men, but he's speaking Vietnamese. Just all these different things happen. He ends up like doing the advanced special operations stuff. It's just different things happen, and you just get different experiences. So it's that, to me, is a benefit to joining the military. And I can only really say this with 100% certainty about the SEAL teams because that's where I spent my time. But most of the military, everyone I talk to, it's the same thing. It's like a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah.
The chances that somebody else chooses the same adventure as you is very small.
Yeah.
So awesome to talk to Chris and hear his, because he's a friend. This is the other thing that's crazy thing about the SEAL teams. Like, your friends come and go. Mm-hmm. And you may not see a guy for, like, when I saw him downstairs, I don't think I've seen him for probably 15 years. 15 years. Yeah. He hit me up, like, got my number, whatever, and he's like, hey, Jocko, I'm in town. I'm like, oh, cool. You want to come hang out? You want to be on the podcast? He'd be like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it all the time. So but no, like, well, how have you been? No, because it's you have this shared common background.
Yeah.
And then with that shared common background, your friends, you're like, cool. I have friends I don't talk to. If I saw them tomorrow, I'd be like, hey, no factor. Like, no factor. That's the other, no one, there's no, hey, you didn't call me.
Yeah.
No one expects you to call me. Don't expect me to call you. Yeah. I'm not calling you. You're not going to call me. Cool. But if you need something, call me. Yeah. Call me. You don't have to call me. You don't have to prep. Call me. You don't have to you have to send me birthday cards, whatever. You need me? Cool. I'll show up. Or you're in town? Give me a shout. We'll go roll. We'll see what's up.
It does go to show too how, like, it's almost like if you put it into perspective where you have people with such different backgrounds and then they kind of can converge on this Navy SEAL journey. They get washed up and filtered out, and then they get kind of spit out into their, common interests for sure and common goals, but in such different ways. Like, if you talk to, how you say, like, Navy SEALs don't have a stereotype, or you think they have a stereotype.
You think they do, but they don't.
But they don't, yeah. This is like a really good example because, I'm talking to him. He's like a super nice, kind of introverted person, and then now talk to you. You're like, no way that they were like kumpods in the team. Like, it doesn't make sense.
And had different. And had the exact same job. Yeah. And hung out and did stuff together. Yeah,
I know, bro. And then, so, like, I'm trying to imagine, like, every time everyone talks, like, when they tell their story, I always try to kind of put myself, like, I wonder how they were, like what they looked like. I see them in front of me now, but what did they look like, the young version of them?
You know what Giff looked like? He looked exactly like that, man. He looked exactly the same.
Just darker hair, probably.
He had darker hair, but he looked the same. There's almost the same build. I mean, I'm bigger than I was. Like, when we went through Buds, when we started Buds, I was 174. I'm 230 right now. Yeah, he probably weighs somewhere in the neighborhood. Well, I don't know what he weighed in Buds, but he looks about the same.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, does he have a couple more wrinkles? Whatever. Yeah. We all do. But looks about the same.
Yeah. So you imagine him, like, just functioning, I can't imagine him yelling at nobody. To me, he's just like this super friendly person, but I'm sure he was like getting after it the way everyone else was. It's weird. That contrast is real weird. Yeah. It's fun, interesting.
It is. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Oh, it's always good to talk to your old friends and see where they're